Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, we're going to meet one of the DBJ's 40 under 40. He heads up one of the most innovative metal fabricating companies in the country. That's just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I didn't start my entrepreneurial journey until I was 45 years old after a 25-year news career, so I'm always envious of young entrepreneurs who really got a head start in life. Lance Thrailkill is one of those people. He is the CEO of All Metals Fabricating. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
All right, you're a young man. How old are you?
I'm 38.
38, and he was named one of the DBJ's 40 under 40. That had to feel good.
Yeah, it was a lifetime goal of mine that I just, never really expected to win. So I was definitely humbled and honored to win it and surprised.
Yeah, and we have to tell people that your company is actually a very old company. How old is it?
So we'll be 70 years old next year, and the company will have been in my family for 45 years next year.
And you're the CEO. That's a lot of pressure because you're third generation. Do you feel like, I owe it to Dad and Grandpa to get this right?
No, I mean, they never really made me feel that way. And, it's so much of it is our team. And, I think, the way I look at it is I'm just going to do my best and God's in control. He's the provider. So we're just thankful that things are going well. And, you can't take it for granted. You got to stay lean and be able to be nimble, like we were talking about before the show. And so, but yeah, I try to just leave it. If you let it get to you, then it'll cripple you. So you just got to hold your hands open and trust God.
Absolutely. We've got a picture of you winning the DBJ award, and I know how proud you must be, and how proud your dad must be of you for that. One of the things that you bring to the company is really an accounting background. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got my master's in accounting at SMU, and got my CPA license as well.
And how does that help your company?
That really helped me learn the business kind of from the financials and really just giving me a holistic view of the business and learn every process from the accounting side. And then as I had that under my arms and really started looking more for operational improvement opportunities from a financial perspective through innovation and efficiencies, which is the name of the game in manufacturing, and just really started focusing on one area of the business at a time and just improving that, going from our ERP system and getting the most out of that, to our quality system, to different new machine tools, things like that. So just one thing at a time, just really trying to improve the company as much as I can.
Absolutely. Another reason I'm drawn to you is I have a family company, and my kids are involved in the business, and now even my grandson wants to be involved in the business. We've got a picture that we borrowed from Facebook. Tell us who are we looking at here?
Yeah, so the far left is my grandfather, and then next to him is my dad. Those are the founders of the company. Actually, they bought All Metals in 1978. And then next to my dad is Ed. That's my grandfather's older brother, who had a sheet metal shop in Dallas, and his son Clifton, who also worked at that sheet metal shop, and then had his own as well. He's since then retired. But all three of the Thrailkill brothers, Bill, Richard, and Ed, all had their own sheet metal shops in the Metroplex. Richard and his two sons and daughters still own First Quality near downtown Dallas. So
Wow.
they're
That's what is that, like 250 years?
Yeah, I think in that picture was like 250 years of experience. and just, what is it, 6 people? It's
Yes.
pretty amazing. And it just, yeah, the Thrailkills have metal in their blood, that's for sure. And it's through and through, and I'm proud to carry the torch on. My cousin also works with me at the company, and he's one of the owners as well.
That's very cool. We're going to visit more with Lance in a second, but let's show this overview video.
In our daily lives, most people don't realize how sheet metal and machine parts surround us. Yet, these vital manufacturing processes make up a massive industry and help shape the world we live in.
Sheet metal back in the day was much more driven by the skill set of the employees. A lot of equipment was old, everyone seemed to have old equipment, but now with the automation, it opened up capacities and just made our jobs actually easier, and quality actually got better, and the precision too was so much better than it ever had been before.
So sheet metal fabricating is all around us. Virtually every industry has a need for sheet metal fabricating and machine parts. You can look at telecom industry, there's cell phone towers and water towers, there is surgical tables, aerospace, airplanes have a lot of sheet metal machine parts on them. Virtually every industry has parts that need to either be fabricated or machined.
Industry 4.0 is the implementation of automation into the existing manufacturing processes. So you get your machines talking to each other. You can set up autonomous material handling equipment to move devices or parts from point A to point B within your shop. It eliminates the people, not in a mode where you're eliminating people because you're eliminating jobs, but we have a skilled labor shortage in America. So if we can put some of this automation into our processes and our systems, we can get people that really like to work with the technology engaged, and it helps us both.
The people, processes, and equipment required to make these sheet metal products is substantial and always upgrading. This comes in the form of automation, an opportunity for humans, not a replacement for humans.
We are rapidly implementing Industry 4.0 as much as we can with things such like machine monitoring software on all of our equipment that provides data analytics and dashboards, all of which is integrated into our ERP system, automating every process that we can, both in the manufacturing floor and in the front office. We have several robots as well, and this provides much better quality results and increases the throughput. Our automated quoting software also has artificial intelligence built into it to recognize similar parts and make suggestions to us as we're providing the quotes.
So as we improve our processes and implement this automation to make our systems better and more efficient, we improve our ability to make sheet metal and provide these components for all these industries in the world. And globally, it makes everybody benefit from the process.
All Metals Fabricating strives to be the best and most automated contract manufacturer in the world. They take pride in caring for their employees, serving their customers, and continuing to invest in the most innovative equipment.
So All Metals Fabricating was founded in 1953, and my grandfather acquired it in 1978 with my dad joining him later that year. I joined in 2008, and the company was built on the telecom industry, but we have since changed to basically serve every industry and not just be a sheet metal fabricator, but a full solutions provider. What makes us different is a couple of our core values, which one is whatever it takes. This mentality that was instilled by my grandfather, and it's a slogan I've coined, and it's really become who we are. We do whatever it takes to serve our customers with excellence. And the other aspect that makes us very unique is we care more. We care more about our employees first and foremost, and for our customers and vendors as well. And when people feel cared for, they'll do anything for you.
The reason I've been here for 33 years here at All Metals, I'd say the great opportunities that have been available to me, the growth both personally and professionally, because I came up through the ranks, and then everyone does feel like a family that they brought in. We have many generations here of other families that work for us, so it's that element that everyone feels and is a part of it.
All Metals Fabricating is constantly inspired to serve people with the highest degree of excellence. Their care and innovative technology shapes every aspect of their business and influences the manufacturing industry.
In the future of sheet metal, the newest technologies are 5G in the telecom industry. It's a huge opportunity, and it's going to require deployment of a lot of radios. So there'll be a lot of bracketry, a lot of power storage for these radios. The new energy sources and renewable energy and alternate energy sources are also requiring energy storage, cabinetry, solar panel mounting, a lot of wind turbine mounting. All of that stuff is going to roll through fabrication facilities just like ours. And we're already developing products with customers to solve these issues in the world.
We're striving to be the best and most automated contract manufacturer in the world. And so we are committed to spending $800,000 to $1 million every year for the next 10 years until we get there. It's my honor and privilege to get to carry on the legacy that my grandfather and father built in the way that they care for people in such a radical way and serve our employees and our customers with such excellence. And we're excited for the future.
Wow, so impressed. And I love the innovation. You never kind of rest on your laurels, do you?
No, you can't. If you do, you'll get left behind.
Yeah. You were telling me before we went on the air about a story of grit and scrappiness, if that's the right word,
Yeah.
with a light pole. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there was a funny project. You know, we had a Philips Lighting and American Tower came to a customer of ours and a partner of ours, and they've been working on this light bulb for 2 years or something. They still didn't have it. And they're like, we got to have this in 8 weeks. And they didn't even have the drawing set complete. And our, Jim Amy, our director of operations, who you saw in the video with the long beard, he put together the drawing, went through it all, improved for manufacturability. And we built everything and outsourced some of the pole part aspects of it. And had them done in 8 weeks and deployed for them, and they would have never even gotten off the ground without that. And it was just humbling and like comical that these two, Fortune 200 companies or whatever they are, publicly traded, Philips Lighting and American Tower, couldn't get the project done, and these little guys from Dallas, Texas, little 68-man shop, took everything they had and ran with it and made it happen. And it was I was really encouraged by our team and everybody involved. Jim knocked it out of the park as always. And it's just funny, we're talking about what we strive to be is we strive to offer the world-class manufacturing facility and capabilities and really give you that small customer feel and the way that we serve you with excellence. And so we want to be able to offer the capabilities, but also still have that customer service focus where you're really seeking to serve the people and able to move nimbly.
Sure. And you led the company through a very difficult time. I mean, there was not a playbook for COVID, so we're all kind of making it up as we go along. And then you get hit by supply chain issues, don't you?
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple years. We've been very fortunate. COVID, during COVID, we were mandatory business. We got a bunch of letters from our customers expressing that they expected us to remain open. And so that was an easy decision. But we gave all of our people kind of a hazard pay, bonus pay. We had the whole building sanitized every night. We brought in lunch for 3 months so they didn't have to even leave. And we just really did everything. We gave them PPE equipment, everything. And we were very fortunate. We actually started making sanitizing carts during that time from a customer that was previously getting them from China. They found us. I'd post something on LinkedIn, and they found us. And we reverse engineered this thing overnight and ended up making 5,000 of these carts. Wow. And so our other customers that had kind of tapered off, we were able to fill the gap with that. And then, as you mentioned, supply chain, ever since COVID, supply chain steel's up 300%. It was starting to go down. Then the Russia-Ukraine conflict happened. That also caused stainless to jump up to 300%. So it's been very difficult in terms of just we're having to work harder in that we're having to re-quote everything all the time, whereas normally we're not having to do that on production, just regular running jobs. Typically materials are pretty stable. So, but we've been very fortunate. My dad and grandfather have great relationships in the industry. So all of our vendors have really taken care of us, whereas I'm sure some shops would have difficulty getting metal. We've been very fortunate. We also pay all of our vendors, in time. That's something we're very passionate about, is paying all bills on time and even early. And so we were very fortunate to be taken care of through all that.
And you told me before we went on that you're a proud papa, recent.
Yes,
right?
sir. I have my second daughter 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. So it's been fun.
Do you think we have a fourth generation in the?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, my older daughter, who's 4, is like acts exactly like me. It's terrifying.
Awesome.
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But
Congrats again on your success. 40
Thank
under
you so
40.
much.
Okay. Well, we're going to end with the website, which is ametals.com. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.